I just got off a plane, rushed into my studio here, and bringing you the Rundown with Ramon. We got an exciting episode for you today, as we always do. We're going to talk about American Express and other credit card companies. It seems to be are raising fees to $895 per year. Is it worth it anymore? I don't know. We'll find out. Google search versus AI search. I talked to three experts about this. Well, I talked to two experts about it, three including myself. So we're going to dive into a bit about search engine optimization and more, and what we can do, and is it worth it? Curious, could you tell the difference between a human voice and AI? Wall Street Journal has a quiz you can take, and more important than the quiz, lessons learned. And Business Insider talks about how somebody was looking for a job on LinkedIn and she got scammed. Again, welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. You can get amazing insight like this. Do not miss out by going to zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com. Check it out, and we'll bring you that. In this episode brought to you by Bitdefender, encouraging you that we want for sure your small business to be safe and secure and not be taken advantage of. So check out this cool announcement from Bitdefender.
It starts with something small. An email, a phone call, a fake invoice. It looks real. It sounds urgent. One wrong move, and your business pays the price. Small businesses are easy targets for cyber criminals. With Bitdefender, they lose every time. Enjoy unstoppable security and real peace of mind so you can fight for success, not against cyber threats. Real-time protection, zero stress. Get Bitdefender today.
Hey, so welcome back to the Rundown with Ramon. As I said, I just got off the plane, and one thing I wanted to let you all know, you can network and make a connection at any place. This last trip I was on was absolutely amazing, and part of the reason I believe it was amazing, more amazing than it often is because I'm always open to discussion. I'm always open to serendipity. Maybe it's how I respond to people. I don't know, but here's what happened. I'm sitting in the lobby of a beautiful hotel in the San Diego area. Guy walks by and he says, "Good morning. How are you? What's going on?" Something like that, a cheerful guy. And I say, as I often tell people, because it's true, "I'm doing amazing." He says, "Wow, that's an interesting response. I've never heard that one before." And you could tell he wanted to chat. He wanted to discuss something about him. He was happy with life. So he sat down, and I could have gave him the cold shoulder. I could have put my head in my papers. I was reviewing something for a client. I was studying. I could have done that. But I said, this seems like a nice guy who wants to talk, and I like to talk, and it's a new environment. Maybe I'll meet a new friend. Let's see what happens. Lo and behold, he started talking, telling me about his life story. And did you know I sat down and got to talk to the CEO of Hyundai USA, the former CEO of Hyundai USA? That's a big deal. Anybody who's the president of a global company, the U.S. operations of a billion-dollar company like Hyundai, and who's the president of the U.S. operations, is a guy with a lot of experience, a lot of stories to tell, a lot of connections, just somebody you want to sit down and listen with. And I got to speak with him, all because I was open to it. Ayanna, good to have you here. Ayanna of the Musical Web, thanks for being here on today's Rundown with Ramon. Ayanna. So I got to meet the president, former president of USA Hyundai. What an amazing experience. But if I would not have been receptive to communication, if I would not have been receptive to speaking, if I would not have been receptive to the moment of speaking with him and talking with him, what an opportunity I would have missed out on. So there's several nuggets in here. One, there's a time to put our head down and study, a time to put our head down and scroll our phones, a time to put our head down and catch a nap or whatever it is. But some moments, most moments, and you have to be able to discern this, some moments, are you willing for serendipity? Are you willing to not miss out on opportunities that can lead to something amazing for you? What an opportunity I would have missed talking to this gentleman who's a global traveler, so much experience, leading thousands of people, been to the White House, and so many of the things he's done in his life at such a high level. So my encouragement to you today is, what are you missing out on? What are you missing out on today? Because you're not open to stopping what you're doing, to saying no to what you're doing for a moment and engaging with someone or something that could be right in your path. My name is Ramon. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Don't miss out on amazing insights like this, go to zoneofgenius.com, and sign up so you don't miss out. Ding, 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 ding. Next up. Oh, and I think I wanted to also talk about the power of networking on the plane. I wanted to add that as well real quick. Some other things that have happened for my trip is, one, I always network on the plane. Now, is it worth it? What's the ROI? I don't know the direct ROI. Is it quote unquote worth it? I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. But I can tell you this, it makes me feel great to know that I'm saying hi to people, talking to people. I met a guy on the plane. His name was Evan. He's an engineer. He makes or he designs aircraft control panels and switches or something like that. Gave him my card. We smiled, had a laugh. Who knows? Maybe I can help him someday. Maybe he can help me someday. I do that everywhere I go. So that's another nugget of the day. Network everywhere, not in a jerk way, not in a way of being offensive, not in a way of being in somebody's grill and chatting them off too much. But you turn and you smile, say, "Hey, my name is Ramon. I'm going to a conference in Atlanta today. Where are you going?" People respond or they won't. If they respond, you may have met a new friend. So I encourage you, always network, be available, even if it's nothing in it for you, seemingly just to be part of making the world a better place. Just to be part of making the world a better place. Ding, 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 ding. I saw this headline: American Express revamps its platinum card and raises its fees to $895. Is it worth it? I don't know. Is raising its fees to $895 from $695. That's a $200 difference effective Thursday. The card will now come with more than $3,500 in annual benefits, including credits of $400 for restaurants, $600 for hotels that previously offered over $1,500 in rewards. Is it worth it? I don't know. It depends. Now, through my American Express card, I've had access to WeWork spaces, I believe. I've had access to Regis lounges and other perks they've given me. On my American Express card, I just flew first class to California. So is it worth it? Wall Street Journal said this overhaul is the latest advance in the battle for affluent cardholders and the spending they rack up. As the companies issue fewer cards to consumers with lower credit scores, they are betting that wealthier customers will accept even higher fees in exchange for ever fancier perks. The company's president says the American Express Platinum card is for the customer who is looking for premium service and premium benefits. And I must say, American Express does deliver. When you're jammed up or things happen in your travel, American Express will bend over backwards to help you. High-end cards thrive by selling exclusivity, a concept American Express pioneered. It was the first issuer to introduce perks such as concierge services and opened the first credit card airport lounge in 2013. When the company introduced its first card, it set the annual fee at $6 to establish itself as the more prestigious option. So is it worth it or not? I don't know. That really depends on what you want. I'm an American Express card holder, and I like my card. I don't know if I'm getting all the perks I should get at it. I probably should maybe align it more with the Uber and other credits that I'm getting. But it does feel a bit premium, too, to pull out that metal card. So maybe I'm just paying $895 a year for vanity. But I believe if you align the card right with the perks and benefits they offer, I believe you will get a return on your investment. Hey, Karen Isaacs, thank you. May a smile be your umbrella. Thank you. I receive that. So that's another tip for us small business owners. As Seth Godin says, instead of us having a race to the bottom and selling as cheap as we can, most small business owners should be selling at a premium to get premium customers who are paying premium rates so we can have a higher profit margin. This is how it should be. Consider if this is what it should be for your business. If you're selling cheap, you're going to have cheap profits and cheap revenue. So at the very least, especially for us smaller companies, let us not be the Walmarts of our industry. Let us instead be the, I don't know, Bergdorf Goodman or whatever the premium brand of the store is. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that little nugget. I had an interview recently with 3 AI experts, including myself. That'd be a total of 2 plus me. And we talked about Google search. This is an important topic. I encourage you to go to zoneofgenius.com. Go there today and look at that article, zoneofgenius.com, and some key takeaways we had talking to Favor and talking to Pierre. One, SEO is not dead. Traditional search is still important and still holds power. And you should still invest in it, and you should still produce content that feeds the search engines. AI changes context. Customers are now asking questions in natural language and expecting direct answers. I use AI all the time. I have the Chat GPT app on my phone. In fact, I ask it questions all the time in real time about everything. I didn't know what adame was, and dame, something like that, like peas, I think Japanese peas that are spicy. I forgot what it was. I asked Chat GPT. Consistent content consistency wins. Businesses that publish regular and clearly define their expertise will rank in both traditional and AI search. Don't give up on the search engines, the traditional ones, but understand that AI is growing, AI is dominating, and it still has relevancy. Websites are essential. Rented platforms like LinkedIn or Substack help visibility, yes, but owning your own domain ensures authority and control. Simple steps matter. New businesses should start with the basics. Have a domain, have a website, go look at the Google Search Console or Bing Webmaster Tools to understand how your content is impacting your business. So the point of this is, if you want to do well in AI search, which is growing increasingly, then yes, the message of the day today is go more into producing content. Substack is great. LinkedIn is great. Beehive is great. WordPress is great. And own your own website, own your own domain. Another thing interesting is that, are you issuing press releases? News services like EIN Presswire, they infect your content across multiple websites, and you'll come up higher in search. Go to it now. I dare you. Search on your own name. See what comes up. Search on my name, Ramon Ray. See what comes up if that's helpful for you. I'm all over. You see my social, you see my videos, you see my content, you see my bio. This is how you should be doing it as well. So search is changing. AI search is growing, but this doesn't mean Google search is dead. It means you need to keep producing great content, so your content, so your brand, so the services you're delivering to clients are still seen in search. Welcome to a brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray. Don't forget, go to zoneofgenius.com for insights like this so you do not miss out. Ding, 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 ding. Hey, Kim Wyckoff, good morning. Glad to see you here. Thanks for joining us on the Rundown with Ramon. Wall Street Journal had an article, can you tell the difference between a human voice and AI? I suspect the answer to this is going to be, Kim, you cannot. The writer says, can your ears distinguish a human voice from an AI deepfake? Knowing the difference could save you from a phone scam that cost you. Now, if the AI is not so good, you can hear the pauses, you can hear the inflections, you can hear it doesn't sound so human, but it's hard to do. It's hard to do, to know the difference between what's fake and what's real. I would play the audio for you. I'm not sure it's going to come through. But the point is, AI audio search is getting better and better and better. So I think one way to better understand and one way to protect yourself, especially from AI deep fakes, is one, let's say I get a message from Kim that says, hey, Ramon, do this, that, and the other. Let me call Kim directly on the cell phone I have with her and hope that's not hacked and hope she answers it and that I can verify that. Let me text her on the cell phone numbers that we already have authenticated so I can know that it's the real Kim saying it. Let me send her an email to the right email address to double verify it. So yes, more and more hackers are going to be inserting themselves between us and our customers, but the more and more we can train them that this is the way to do it. This is the fact. This is how you reach us. Go to this domain name, the better and better it will be, because it's going to get harder and harder and harder to tell, is something AI or not. Excuse me, is something AI or not. The breadth is there. I hope you've heard Google LLM. Hey, thanks for showing up. Ha 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 ha. All that AI can do. So as you're looking at how to protect and secure your business, understand it's not going to be easy in the coming days. But there's ways that you can be cognizant using two-factor authentication and just not blindly responding to people who are calling you or voicing you. And one way to do it is save people's phone numbers so you know what numbers are authentic. You know what numbers are real and which ones are not. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. Sad story. Lady was scammed on LinkedIn. 2 years after graduating at the top of her class, Amisha could not believe that she'd lost $4,300 in a job scam. It wasn't just her 4.0 GPA that made her think she was impervious to fraudsters. It was also because the scam started when Dada, now 26, did what she's done dozens of times and what millions of people do. She applied to a job on LinkedIn. She applied to a job on LinkedIn, and lo and behold, that was a scam job. They were initially embarrassed about being swindled. Their experiences highlight how cheap AI tools like ChatGPT and social engineering scammers are capable of deceiving even well-educated job seekers. Applying to a job has become a nightmare as openings are now overloaded with AI-generated applications, and filters are automatically rejecting qualified applications. It's tough to get a job. So it says here this lady was looking for a job. The ad wasn't specific, but gave Dada the sense that she would be transcribing audio of teachers speaking to students in special education classrooms. It was a job for a contractor for an Oklahoma school district. Dada had done transcription work. She applied via LinkedIn. It seemed a very wholesome place to work. A few hours later, she got an email from someone claiming to be a recruiter. The sender's email address was similar to other school addresses. The only difference, note here, it contained hyphens instead of periods, but she figured maybe it's an Oklahoma thing, but that's a red flag. The sender asked her to fill out a form with common interview questions. She said she noticed some typos, but figured, let me keep going. Red flag number 2. She received another email from the recruiter saying she got the job after to sign the agreements. Didn't see anything unusual. Asked her to confirm our identity. So important. She needed a laptop with certain software to start work. The recruiter sent her a $4,300 check to cover the cost, pointed her to a specific vendor in the Detroit area to buy it. The process she felt was odd. It is, but she felt reassured after finding a website. And so she went there and deposited. Only now does she know this payment method is a telltale sign of fraud. It says here, even more so, once she saw the money appear in her account shortly after she deposited it, then she ordered the laptop, paid for it via wire transfer as instructed, and waited for it to arrive. The laptop never came, and Data's bank rescinded the money a few days later after determining the check she'd cashed was bogus. So that's one method of scam. Be careful when people pay you something and give you money. Man, that money can be pulled back. I've had that kind of scam happen to me. I wasn't taken for bait on it because I called my bank, talked to my bank, and they said, wait a few days. If it's legit, after like 3 or 4 days, the money's locked into your account. Nobody can take it out. But they said like the first day or first few hours, first 1 or 2, they can easily take it back out. Give us time to see if it's bogus or not. Listen, everybody. Scams are on the rise. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here today, and I hope your day has been well and blessed, and that you are making an impact and making a difference in the world, because I sure am. If you're enjoying the show, definitely leave a comment. Definitely say hello, as many of you already done, like Ayanna and Karen and Kim. Don't forget to go to zoneofgenius.com. Don't forget to do that, and don't miss out. Sign up. And of course, check out bitdefender.com/Ramon, bitdefender.com/Ramon. And this episode is brought to you by Bitdefender.
Running a business is tough. Cyber threats make it even tougher. Phishing scams, ransomware, one click can cost you everything. Bitdefender stops threats before they strike. No IT skills needed. Bitdefender, your go-to cybersecurity partner. Easy to use, impossible to outsmart. Just security that thinks ahead. You run the business. We stop the threats. Get Bitdefender today. Trusted. Always.
And that's a wrap. Welcome to the Rundown with Ramon. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for showing up. And I hope the show has been great for you. If it has, let me know. Reach out to me if I can help you and your business in any way. Thanks for being here. And that's a wrap.